This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2022 Mesa Ridge. Model number 371 MBH. So this is a how-to video. I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work, okay? Here we are at the door side rear. And as you can see, you have this is a 6-point leveling system here. It has an auto leveler. One thing to note is that let's see here so I can get this better. This has strong arms here, so basically these strong arms make it sturdier. The thing you have to remember is you want this to be loose when you're raising and lowering the jacks. Once you get it in the position you want it in, then you tighten it up to take the wiggle and the motion out of it. So, just remember when you're going to return the jacks to the original position, the hitch height, you're going to loosen it before you do that too. So, you don't want to move the jacks with that tight. You always want to loosen it up, okay? And there's some of the jacks have two. I think the other one in the back only has one strong arm, but keep that in mind anyway. So let's see what we have here. So like I said, we have a 6-point system, so there are 6 jacks. I'll show you the controller when we get on the other side. Okay. So you have this griddle here, okay, and you also have running water here and a refrigerator. If you look here, this is a quick connect for the LP system. You can add on a grill or whatever you want. If you're going to purchase one, make sure you get the proper grill. Make sure that you get the grill with the proper pressure. So this is kind of a low pressure appliance. It's like 12 inches in the water column, somewhere in there. So you can't hook a regular outdoor grill to it. You have to get one that's specifically made for a travel trailer, okay? Alright. Pass-through storage. This is an awning tool. That is, if you get into trouble and your awning is stuck in the L position, you can use that tool to help bring it in. You have to go on YouTube and look up the video, because you really need to do it while you're looking at the video. These awnings rarely have problems, so it's not something you really need to worry about. There's a 3/4 inch crank there, okay. You have a total of 3 20-pound tanks. So you have 2 on this side. You can just pull them out, as you can see. Got an automatic changeover regulator, and then you have the other one more tank on the other side. Your battery is here in the front compartment. Your other LP tank is right there. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. There we go. Okay. This is your sprayer. Okay. You hook that up to the spray ports. This is the kill switch for your battery right here. This is the power inverter right here. This inverter on this particular trailer inverts 12 volt DC from your batteries. It takes it and inverts the 12 volt DC to 120 AC. This sends that 120 AC right to the refrigerator and keeps your refrigerator cool while you're traveling. So basically it'll be converting your onboard battery from 12 volt DC to 120 AC, and your battery is being charged by your tow vehicle's alternator while you're traveling. So even though this is a 12 volt system, you can still run your 120 AC refrigerator off the battery. Okay, this is your outside controller for your leveling system. You push both arrows at the same time to light it up. See, the light went on. Auto level is the most common command, so you're just going to push auto level and it will level the trailer. When you're leaving, you have two options: retract all or hitch height. You always use hitch height. Hitch height is the last position the trailer was in before you auto leveled. So if you push hitch height, it'll return it right to that position to where you can just slide your tow vehicle underneath and hitch up and off you go. If you retract all, it'll even retract the front jacks all the way to the point where it'll actually nosedive the trailer. It won't hurt anything unless you have something under the nose, I mean, but there's just no need to nosedive the trailer to retract them all. So you're always going to use auto level when you get to the campground and you're getting ready to camp, you're setting up, and then when you're getting ready to leave, you push hitch height. Okay, and this right here operates your landing gear, your front jacks, up and down right here independently. Okay, and I'll show you more when we get on the inside. Alrighty, so the thing to remember is that these three valves have these four different configurations. Pumping city water is the most common one, for example. So that's like this. Okay. So you're gonna put that. I'm gonna put it back like it was, but let's see here. Hold on. Okay. So in order to have right now the water pump's on inside, that's why it's kind of throwing me. I didn't realize that till I turned this valve on. But the thing is, you're going to put it in city water, and you're going to hook your hose up to here, and this is the most common position that the valves are going to be in, because you just hook right up to city water, turn it on, and your trailer's set. All the plumbing will work and that sort of thing. Okay. Let me just run inside real quick here. Okay. So all I'm doing here is shutting the water pump off right now. It was just prepped, and when they prepped, they left that on. So that's why it kind of threw me when I was setting the valves. So now to go back what I was saying, city water is the most common hookup for the trailer. So you're just going to take your hose, put it right on here, turn it on, and you're all set. But you're going to put this in that position with the valves like this, right? In order to do that. You also have tank fill, you have winterize, bypass, so those are all your options. This is where your sprayer that I just showed you inside your coiled sprayer hooks up. This is the black tank flush here. After you dump your black tank, which is here, black tank here, toilet water and waste, your gray tank here, sink and shower water. After you dump your black tank, you can leave this valve open, like it says on this sticker. Hook your hose here up onto the black tank flush, turn it on, and you can flush your black tank out. It'll clean off the sensors really well, just clean out the inside of the tank really good. So I say, you know, if you can, every time you dump your black tank, you should actually use this flush also, okay? Alrighty. This is your water heater. Right now the drain plug is out. As you can see, it goes in right down there. The controls are inside. I'll show you those controls when we get inside. Okay? Never run the water heater without water in the tank. That's very important. Those are your low points. Low point drain. There's your hookup for your for your dump hose. There's another gray tank flush there. All right, we keep going. You have a 50 amp system, so you have this 50 amp cord, and then we give you the reducers to reduce it down to a 30 and then down to a 20. Okay. You have a ladder, which makes it easy to inspect the roof. The manufacturer states every 90 days you should inspect the roof, so make sure somebody goes out there and checks it out, make sure everything's in good shape up there every 90 days. You can see there's a housing for a backup camera. If you're interested, this takes a Furrion backup camera kit, so we do sell them here. You can get them elsewhere, just make sure you get the right kit to fit into that housing. Okay, so let's go inside. So we'll let me just get some lights on here. We'll go to the control panel first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the main page. This is your climate control here. So it's all very simple. You just turn it on basically. Set the temperature. It has air conditioner obviously, and then of course it has a LP furnace also. You can check your tanks, right? You check the levels in your tanks. There's your water pump on and off. You can turn your water heater on electric right there. You can light it on gas right. Whoops, light it on gas right there. Okay. So keep that in mind. As we move down, this is your leveling system from the inside. It's the exact same as outside in that it does auto level and that sort of thing, but you can also operate all the jacks manually from inside. So it just gives you more options if you do it inside. So you always have that option. You also can do your slides from here, your different slide outs and your awning, right? So we have, let's see, 4 slide outs on this one, I believe. Yes, okay. And then this is back to your heating and cooling here. You can choose cooling here or furnace, whatever you're going to choose. Your lights. And this does have tire pressure monitor setup too. Just has the setup. Okay, so there are some more things you can check from this panel obviously, but you'll have to read up about that a bit as you go. But like I showed you, it has, like for when it comes to the leveling system, you have 2 options. You have the analog outside in the compartment, and then this digital push button one in here. Okay, so this is your refrigerator, the one that works out, that the inverter runs. Remember I was explaining that to you. This also, let me look around a bit here. This also has a converter, right? The converter is does the opposite of what the inverter does, in the sense that the inverter goes from DC to AC power, right? This is the converter, and it goes from AC to DC power. So when you're plugged into shore power, you have all 120 AC circuit breakers here like you'd have at home, and they're all labeled. Then the power's converted to 12 volt DC on this side. You got 12 volt fuses, and they're all labeled. There's also a battery tender, so when you're plugged in, it's going to sense how much energy your battery needs, and it'll keep your battery charged also. So it's a distribution panel for your AC power. It's an AC to DC converter and a battery charger. Okay. Of course, you have your loft up here. There's TV hookup and everything up here. Your middle room here. This bed folds out. This couch folds out into a bed. You just pull the back cushions off and grab it right here in the middle and fold it out. Okay. This is a Max Air remote control. This one is for this powered vent right here. So that controls the lid on the vent and the vent from here. So you don't have to stand on anything, you can just operate from here. This is a sensor for your HVAC system. Pantry, of course. This is all your literature and the extra stuff that comes with the trailer. When it comes to this, it's a convection microwave. Obviously, it has vents on it and an extra light, two different vent speed and a light. When you light your burner, let me see what we have here. Let me get this on. There we go. Very simple. You're just going to turn it and then depress it till it lights. Very simple. Your TV, obviously, you have a sound bar here. The sound bar has FM radio. It has Bluetooth, so you can stream from your phone to your tablet, of course. It has a USB drive, so you can put all your MP3s onto a USB drive and take them with you. HDMI in, if you wanted to have like a portable Blu-ray player, you can go into the system there. So on and so forth. 2 speaker zones, 1 and 2. 1 is inside the trailer, 2 is outside the trailer. Looking to see where they put your... Well, I'm not going to look for... I think your remotes are probably back in your packet, so I'll just do this with the buttons here. Okay, so you have your fireplace, which is a space heater. You see 0 there, low, and high. That's the fan speed. It's really kicking out the heat now, so it's a really good space heater. You can change the crystals on it. You can change the temperature, and it also has a timer on it. Okay. Alright, this roller down here is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It should always be green. If it's not green, get it serviced. It's obviously very important. This is a bed also, so you pull the cushions off the bed and you fold it out. These are your recliner / theater seats here. They're powered, as you can see. Okay. Your table has a leaf and also this chair folds out to a bench like this one does. Okay. Alrighty. Keep moving here. Bathroom. Thing to remember: the sink works like any other. Or I should say the shower works like any shower. Let me put this back up where it belongs. So we're just prepping it, checking the water and everything. Okay. Always have this locked in this position when you're traveling. Never let these doors move freely. Or if you do that, they'll eventually break. They'll hit together really hard and get cracked, whatever. If you latch them into place so they're not moving, you'll never ever have that problem. So make sure you keep them latched. Toilet sits right over a black tank like they always do. Thing is, once you get to the campground, you hook up your power and your water. Then you're going to put a dose of chemical in the bowl. You're going to step on the pedal, hold it down till at least a gallon of water goes in the tank below along with the chemical. It's ready to be used. If you don't do that, if you use it dry, it'll get clogged up. It'll smell really bad. It'll just be a mess. So you always want to use a dose of chemical and at least a gallon of water. Okay. GFCI, all the plugs in the trailer, the receptacles, are wired through a GFCI. You have 2 GFCIs, I think, in this one in the back, one here. So if you're using a plug outside and it pops, you're still going to reset it here. If you ever lose some of your AC power, some of your outlets, always look around at the GFCIs and make sure they don't need to be reset. Okay. I think we have, let me just look under here. Storage, of course, yes. Anytime you have a sliding door, you keep it latched. You never run with them so they can just freely travel around. You don't want them to get broken. Sorry about my camera work, by the way. I tend to get all over the place. Well, here's your washer dryer. Just follow the directions for this. They work like any washer and dryer. There's the washer and obviously the dryer. The dryer is vented to the outside. Okay. Another TV hookup. There's a backer plate here for a bracket and the hookups, so you can watch TV when you're laying down if you choose to. Okay. Another sensor for the heating and cooling. Okay. You have the double shades. You have the see-through shades and then the darkening shades. So that's kind of neat. Okay. Okay, so I think that's going to pretty much cover it. I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember what I said about inspecting the roof. The manufacturer states every 90 days, so you want to make sure that somebody takes a look at the roof to make sure there's no damage to it by low branches or road debris or anything. You're just inspecting to make sure everything is okay. Odds are you'll go for years and years and years without having to do anything at all, but that's why you inspect it, just to make sure, okay? And right now this is winterized. The water's been purged from the system. The water heater is bypassed and it's in winter mode right now, and the system's filled with antifreeze. So it's all set till summertime, okay? Thank you very much.